122 to 117. The Sacramento Kings win a big one on TNT. How are y'all doing? As you guys can hear in the background, we're still at the Golden One Center, and it is popping right now. The energy is at an all-time high. They just got a huge W, almost a letdown, but they got a huge W on national television. And yes, a superstar was born tonight. The same guy I've been talking about for years, De'Aaron Fox, is that dude. Point blank, period. He is the king of the fourth quarter, not just on this team, but the entire NBA. The stats show it. He does it every single night. When the fourth quarter comes, you know what time it is. It's De'Aaron Fox time, and he has been phenomenal. He has been exceptional, and tonight was no different. The dude just turns on a switch in his head. It's like, it's my time to put this team on my shoulders and to continue to light the beam. Get your merch. Links right here underneath the link, man. I am hyped. There's so many things that went wrong. Obviously, the offensive rebounding is a complete travesty, if we're being honest. And as I always say, and I've been saying all season long, wins mask weaknesses. And we'll get to that. Y'all know what I'm saying when I say that, okay? It doesn't matter if they won the game in terms of they still should have made a damn move at the deadline. They still should have got a reputable backup for Sabonis when you see those Metu minutes. Obviously, I'm not going to put all the blame on Metu, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like, it's not a dependable option, not something you're comfortable with moving forward. But you got to roll with what you have, and that's what the Kings did. They rolled with what they got. They tried to get Jared Vanderbilt. It didn't happen. Whatever, we'll talk about that. But the offensive rebounding, oh, my God, so loud in here, man. Like, come on, man. Chill it down. But the offensive rebounding, man, that can't happen. In a 7-game series, we all understand that when you get scouted, they're going to know all your weaknesses, and they're going to exploit those weaknesses. Tonight, we saw what you can do to the Kings. Be more physical than them, because they don't box out. That's a fact. And you'll get a lot of second chance opportunities, and that's what the Knicks did today. They got back into this game in the third quarter. They were down by 18, 19 points at one point, maybe even 20, I forget. But they cut that down because they continued to get second chance points, and Josh Hart was just a beast. Oh my God, he was a beast. But before we continue, man, a huge shout out to Medici Sacramento, right across the Golden One Center, the best pizza in town. They got the Beam, which is a top-notch drink in all of Sacramento, man. It is amazing. Make sure you guys go ask for it. It's $9 on game nights. The Beam, and they just came out with their birria pizza. Chef's kiss, phenomenal, man. Bunch of flavors all over, man. It's a beautiful creation, man. The birria pizza right here at Medici Sacramento, across the Golden One Center, the go-to spot before the game and after as well. Lots of great businesses, man. All on the Hardin, all in Doko. Support your local businesses. It's good for the economy. Also, huge shout out to all my taquerias, man, La Perla, La Nueva, and Vallarta and El Grove as well. Roseville and Sacramento off Marconi. They're doing a great job. We've been killing it since CK Marketing took over. So if you guys know any businesses that need marketing, make sure you guys hit me up, and we'll get you guys moving in the right direction, okay? Obviously, if you're in South Sac, you can check out one of our new clients as well, Crazy Antojitos, where the old Pizza Hut used to be. A great spot. If you love fresh ice cream from Gunther's, if you love just fresh Mexican antojitos. I don't know if there's an English word for that. Sweets, I guess, is the proper word. But it's a great spot to head up in South Sacramento. And if you want some birria tacos and just birria everything, on the same parking lot, they got a food truck, and it's called The Spot. It's definitely the spot for birria. So shout out to them as well, man. Man, what a night. 122 to 117. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful night. Make sure you guys slap that like button right now, man. Come on, let's get the likes up, baby. Let's get those likes up. at midcourt right now, there is a ton of people. A ton of people. It's crazy. It is crazy. Yes, we are lighting the beam. The weather is terrible. The Wi-Fi has been going in and out all day long, all night long. But it is what it is. Domantas Sabonis with another triple-double, 24 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists. Holy cow, that guy is a beast. And obviously, the superstar, De'Aaron Fox, 23 points, 7 assists, 4 steals. I mean, that dude was swiper. He was swiping everybody tonight, and you got to love that, man. 9 of 16 from the floor, 1 of 4 from 3, 4 of 7. Obviously, he would like to get that better. But nonetheless, he got the job done with 23 big points when he had a slow night, and he just turned it on in the fourth quarter, man. I mean, that dude is special. Talking about a guy who has the potential to be special offensively, it's Malik Monk. I mean, that dude was cooking. He was cooking. He finished with 19 points. Obviously did not have a great second half, but he carried the Kings into that big lead. He was playing so good. He had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 19 points. That's going to get the job done on most nights. It's going to help the Kings win a lot of games. That's what the Kings need every single night from a potential 6th man of the year. I don't think he's a 6th man of the year if we have to, be honest and not be biased. I think he's had a great stretch. He's had great stretches throughout the season, but he's been far too inconsistent for me to give him the nod at 6th man. But he's definitely going to be a candidate. He should definitely get votes. He's just so good when he wants to be. Hey, let's be honest. Like, if he can put it together like that for the majority of the season, the Kings are in good hands with a guy like that off the bench who can facilitate, get everybody involved, and also get buckets whenever he wants. And Malik Monk is just a spark off the bench. You love to see it. Davion Mitchell in 19 minutes tonight, 5 points, 2 of 5 from the field. You saw a lot of good things defensively. You saw him literally clamp and give Mr. Brunson, who did not play in the second half, you saw him give him an off night. I mean, he had an off night. He finished the game with 19 points, but he had to work for every single bucket. He was not having it. I mean, he was frustrated, he was flustered, and he was asking for a foul every single possession, it seemed like, man. I mean, he made life incredibly difficult. It was hard to get by Davion. Most of those points did not come on Davion, you know what I mean? Like, one-on-one, when it was time for him to go one-on-one, he could not get by Davion Mitchell, man. Go back and we'll watch the film, man. I know he had 19 points in 19 minutes, which is great. But he had a tough time going up against, like, he wanted to switch. He wanted everybody but Davion Mitchell. Quentin Grimes is nice as hell, man. 19 points tonight, four huge three-pointers, timely ones. Obviously, he missed 6 of them. But that dude plays defense, and he's a guy that stretches the floor out. Oh, my God, why are they so loud? Bro? It's ridiculous, man. All right, man, the night's over. To me, the star of the game was Josh Hart in 32 minutes. That boy had 15 rebounds. He had 7 assists, 8 offensive rebounds. That is unheard of. 15 rebounds off the bench, 9 points. He missed it by a point to get his double-double, man. Almost a triple-double off the bench. I mean, this dude is crazy good. I mean, he would have been a phenomenal pickup. They stole him. They traded Cam Reddish as the protector first for this man who is just a beast. I mean, let's talk about how good he is and how much he impacts winning. It's crazy. Like, the things he does, the amount of rebounds that he gets, his jumping ability, his timing ability, his anticipation skills, all things you love to see. Definitely a Villanova player, man. He loves to impact winning, man. I mean, that dude is a hooper. Like, you got to love it. That guy is a hooper, man. How's everybody doing? Let's address some of those things. Yeah, my not Kurt, man. What's up, Derek? We don't need Javi to get a KD anymore. Talking about that, man. I hurt my ankle too, man. It's tough. It is tough. Then we need a box out and board. Embarrassing. Also, Red Velvet takes some really bad shots. Leo, you hear Chuck say the Lakers will beat the Kings. They don't scare the Kings at all. They'll beat the Kings. They don't scare the Kings at all. I mean, I was here live at the game, so I haven't seen anything that TNT said. The need for another solid big man was apparent tonight. Hart with 15 boards from the guard spot. Incredible, bro. Incredible. Should have picked up Noel and the buyout. Mentu was hot garbage. Joseph was huge once again in the fourth. Well, Fox is huge once again in the fourth quarter. You are right. Almost a lot down, up 21 the second half. Should have not been that close. Can't believe they got so many offensive rebounds. Box hard out, man. It was crazy to see that. It was truly crazy to see that, bro. I mean, that dude is special. That dude is a special rebounder at the guard, at any position, man. I don't care what position. Like, that dude is an elite rebounder. He just has a knack. He just has a knack to find that, man. He just has a knack, which is just crazy. Julius Randle, 23 points on 22 shots. That's the Julius Randle that I know and love. Obviously, he's had a good season so far, but against the Kings, he definitely looks better than what he is. Tonight, came back down to earth. He was 5 of 9 from the free throw line. He was 2 of 12 from beyond the arc. He takes too many threes, man. I mean, this dude, his game doesn't work in the playoffs. We've seen it in the playoffs. He forced him right, and he struggles. And that's what's going to happen again, honestly. So, how far will the Knicks get? They play incredibly hard. They're definitely very long. They got guys like Hartenstein coming off the bench, and you love guys like Hartenstein coming off the bench, man. Right, in 25 minutes, he gave you 5 points, 9 rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein is a very good player. I would have loved to get Isaiah Hartenstein on this team. This dude is as solid as it gets. I mean, that guy is on a great budget deal as well. Great pickup by the New York Knicks there. You know, McBride didn't play much today. And then Emmanuel quickly in 27 minutes, he only had 3 points. Not much of an impact there. He was 1 of 8 from beyond the arc. He missed a lot of shots. He was 1 of 11 from the field. He didn't have that game he had against the Boston Celtics, so that's part of it. Like, you know what you're going to get from Josh Hart off the bench every single night. You're going to get hustle. You're going to get a guy that does all the little things to help his team win. And tonight, with 8 offensive rebounds, 7 defensive, 15 overall, that is insane. 7 assists, 3 steals. I mean, this dude is just a beast. That guy is just a beast, man. Incredible game. RJ Barrett, you know, in 33 minutes, on 23 shots, he had 25 points. Not an efficient night, but, you know, he is who he is. I think both Barrett and Randall are nice, like, number 3 options. You know, which they're a good team. Like, they have all these good players together. They have a good coach in Tibbs, right? Which gets you to a first-round matchup and gets you eliminated in the first round. But, you know, that's part of it. You know, when you add a guy like Brunson, who's very, like, all these dudes are very good basketball players. If you put a bunch of dudes who know how to play basketball, you're going to win games. But in the playoffs, they don't have a De'Aaron Fox who can just take over like that, like him. Like, he's that type of guy. Like, they don't have that. They don't have that. But nonetheless, a very worthy opponent for anybody. Like, they gonna make everybody sweat 100% because they play so hard. They play so hard, but when it's all said and done, I expect the Knicks to be knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. But they will give anybody a run for their money, just on the fact that they play so hard. They crashed the boards. They got length. You know, they're missing that. A lot of teams are, but that number one who can just get buckets, man. Like, that's what they need, and they potentially could get that next year. Like, don't sleep on the Knicks next year. They're definitely building something, man. They're definitely building something, so that's good. In terms of the Kings, let's go back to the Kings, man. Sabonis again, triple-double. This dude just does everything right. 9 of 15, super efficient. He had 3 turnovers today. He had 10 assists, 13 boards, a block, a huge block. I mean, the block that he pinned it off the glass, that was incredibly fun. Love to see that. Keegan Murray, early on, he was doing things that Klay Thompson does, but this dude's at 6'8", 6'9". Like, he's a big Klay Thompson, right? In terms of the movement shooting, coming off of those screens, off-balance threes, attack the cup with the left with the scoop. That was crazy. Again, we're seeing something different. We're seeing a very motivated, inspired Keegan Murray, and you love to see that, man. Like, you really do. You love to see an inspired Keegan Murray. It's good for the Kings. I can't wait. Even if he doesn't get better, like, he's such an asset to this team. He's a really good basketball player. I expect him to get better. I'm just saying, like, at worst case scenario, the dude is a starter for the next 10 years, barring injuries. I mean, that dude just plays the game the right way. Always even keel, never gets too high, never gets too low. Keegan Murray he's as good as advertised. He's as good. He's an older rookie who understands the ins and outs. So,
I appreciate your help. Thank you. You're an amazing person.
Just seeing Keegan Murray do what he does, man. You got people next to me just yelling and yelling, and it's just distracting me. But man, it's part of it, man. We're at Golden One Center where quiet doesn't exist.
Okay. All right, man. Have a good night, brother. You too.
But Kevin Huerter, I mean, he had some timely big threes, 2 of them to be exact. He was 2 of 7 from the field, from beyond the arc, 6 of 12, 50% from the field, but he made some huge threes. I remember the first one, Sabonis raised his hands, right, both of his fists up. That was cool. And then the other one came, I think it was the right side, my right side, over underneath the Golden One logo on that shot. So Kevin Huerter, he's definitely playing with confidence. He had that big time putback as well, a very timely one, using that 6'7", that length. So doing the little things. Like, he didn't necessarily shoot the ball great, 2 of 7, but he did the other things, right, that you want your guys doing when they're not having an exceptional night. Like, that's what you want Kevin Huerter doing, right? Light the beam, yes sir, Todd. Fox has done this all year, yes sir. Why not us? Matt Morse. They're lighting the beam on TNT. That's awesome. Brunson's dog. We got lucky. He went out in the second half. He was cooking us from deep. Yeah, but he was getting like those offensive rebounds. But when he was playing one-on-one, he could not get by Davion Mitchell. Like, he has a tough time creating that separation. He does create separation once he lowers his shoulder, and then he creates separation that way because he's so physically strong. But when the game slows down in the playoffs, the Knicks don't have that guy because they're going to shut down Randall. They're going to force him right, and he's going to do the same thing he's always done in the playoffs: choke. That's just what he does. Like, I think they're a very good team. Again, they're a worthy opponent. They're going to play hard. They're going to win 2-3 games in the first round. I just feel like they're going to get eliminated. I just feel like they are. And I love Brunson. But, I mean, that's what's going to happen. And so it's completely unplayable. Land or Holmes needs to get some runs and back up in these matchups. The complete joke that Hart had 8 offensive rebounds. I mean, that dude goes and he gets it, man. Like, he goes and he grabs those offensive rebounds. I kid you not. That dude is special. His anticipation skills are just great. He attacks he's relentless. That dude attacks everything. I mean, Sabonis, he don't care who it is. Sabonis, it don't matter who it is. He's jumping with you, and he's trying to get that ball and get his teammates a second chance. Like, that is what Josh Hart does. That dude is crazy. Let's check out what the total rebounding numbers were. I'm scared to look at the final number. Final number was 58 rebounds for the Knicks. And 42. So 58 to 42. Obviously a huge discrepancy there. It's tough, right? You still found a way to win the game, shooting 31% from beyond the arc. They shot 26%. You made 10 threes. You made 10 three-pointers. They made 13. You shot 32 free throws. They shot 31. You made 75%. They shot 64%. But you shot better from the field at 52, and they shot 41%. So that's the difference in the game. And then turnovers, the Kings had 12 and they had 13. So it's essentially they had 27 assists. The Kings had 28 assists. You won on just making more field goals, right? 5 points, not much. 44 field goals to 42 field goals on a much better percentage. The name of the game is scoring the ball. The name of the game is scoring the ball. They did not do good in the second, third, and fourth in terms of playing defense. They allowed 30, 31, and 33 respectively. So the Kings have work to do, man. And I know they're winning games and the results are there, but the process hasn't been the prettiest. But it's gonna get tested. It's gonna get tested because if you look at what the Kings are up against in the next few games, it's not going to be easy by any means, okay? So they got the Suns on 3/11, right, which is Saturday. Then, why do they? I hate when they do that. Like, let me just show the damn schedule, bro. They got the Suns, obviously no Kevin Durant because of what happened, which is super unfortunate to see something like that. I hurt my ankle on Tuesday night. I feel like I wanted to cry, and I went straight to my pool to try to ice it. Thank God I didn't fracture it. It's looking like he got a high ankle sprain, so we'll see what happens there. They got the Suns with or without KD. That's a very good team. Right, Saturday, March 11th, on the road. Not an easy game, a huge test, okay? We're going to have a big-time discussion on that day. Monday, the Milwaukee Bucks. If their team is fully healthy, that's a true test. They're a better team, but a great test nonetheless. You want to see those types of tests. Chicago, you know, they got dudes. They got big names like DeMar, Zach, Vooch, etc. But you should get that win if you're a serious number 2 contender in the West. Like, you got to get that win. The Brooklyn Nets, the Kings don't play well in Brooklyn for whatever reason. I don't know. But you got to get that win as well. They have a ton of wings on that team. Mikal Bridges is exploding on that team. But you got to get that win. So, you know, it's going to be a test just playing in Brooklyn. But they got to find a way to win that game. And obviously at Washington, if you lose that game, you're in trouble. If you lose against Washington, you're in trouble, right? And then you got Utah. Utah plays hard every single night. Whether they're tanking or not, they're still fighting for their playing lives, right? That's always a tough game at Utah, not an easy game. So the road will get tough, and they will get tested. And I like that. I like that. It's good preparation for the playoffs. And then they come back home to the Celtics. I think the best team in basketball. The Suns, probably no KD. I'm going to assume. Like the Kings got lucky that they didn't face KD. Like, they're not going to face KD twice, more than likely, right? But, you know, regardless, Phoenix, Milwaukee, Boston, Phoenix, and some in-betweens in there where there's no guarantee that they win those games. Like, they're going to be tested. They're going to be tested without question. And it's going to be fun, man. And then they got Portland, San Antonio. So schedule gets better. But after, I would say Utah, you got Minnesota. You got to beat them at home. At Portland twice. Not back-to-back, but a Wednesday, Friday. Like, you got to beat Portland if you're a serious contender. You got to beat San Antonio. You got to beat New Orleans. And then Dallas on the 5th. They don't play on my birthday, which is the 8th. But Golden State, like, you got to be Golden State. You can't allow them to get 10 road wins, right? And then Denver. In theory, the toughest matchup just because of the number 1 seed, but Denver may have that locked up by then. And if that's the case, they may sit their guys and you might get a W there, but it's going to be interesting, man. These last, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Last 17 games, 16, 17 games. It's going to be a good test for the Kings. It's going to be a very good test for the Sacramento Kings, especially these next 2 games. These next 2 games is going to be super fun to give you a good barometer of where they're at in terms of playoffs. They're definitely a playoff team, but how do they match up? How do they stack up with these teams? You know, when we break down the film, like, we won a little bit, but what do you have to do to improve? Obviously, we talk about boxing out all season long. That has not changed. You got to box out 100%. It's just one of those fundamentals that you can't stop doing. Like, you can't stop doing those, man. Right? They're lighting the beam. That possession with the 4 offensive rebounds ending in Barrett 3 almost got me to break my TV. That was infuriating on so many levels. And yeah, I was pissed. We were just laughing. We were like, man, like, that can't happen. That cannot happen. My boy Pensari Basketball, man. What's up, my brother? Big ups. Noah, 23 and 6. Yeah, that can't happen. What do you believe in our ceiling in the playoffs? It's just hard to say that, man. Like, everything has to go right for the Kings. Like, they got to get the right matchups. If they get the right matchups, they could be cooking. And the right matchups is Minnesota. Right matchups is, you know, for me, Dallas. I don't want Golden State. If you get Golden State, you're in trouble, in my opinion, because that's a team with championship DNA that you don't want to face in the first round. Now, if you face them in the second round, whatever, everything goes in the second round. But in the first round, you want somebody like a Minnesota, like a Dallas. Well, I think they can beat them in the 7-game series. It'll probably be, 7 games, to be honest, because Luka's not going down without a fight. And Luka's going to get a lot of calls that a lot of these dudes don't get. If y'all mad about Fox not getting calls now, he's not going to get those calls yet this year. Like, it might be next year. But it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad to see all the non-calls in the playoffs, man. If y'all mad right now, just wait. Just wait. Because Luka going to get a lot of those calls. Obviously, he's earned it. But it's just part of the game. It's part of the growth. First time playoffs, long time second round ceiling. Yeah, if they get the right matchup, second round for sure. And they could find themselves in the conference finals, man. Like, it's not crazy to think. Like, if they get, second round, they get number 2 seed, number 3 seed. Just depends on who they get. But it's not crazy coming into the same thing that Durant did tonight in the pregame, and KD wasn't a high ankle. It was listed as a grade 2 ankle sprain. Yeah, that was tough. Viva la Barranca, familia Veas. El Maximo Z, man. Shout out to you, brother. All right, big dog. My boy Jeremiah living. Shout out to you, El Maximo. Denver soft. Yeah, I'm not that high on Denver. Like, if they get Denver in the second round, Denver, I don't want to disrespect Denver. I think Denver is a very good team. But I don't know what version of Jamal, I don't know what version of Michael Porter I'm going to get. Obviously, the Joker is arguably the best player in the league. If you said Joker's the best player in the league, I wouldn't be mad at you, because you could make the argument that he is the best player in the league, right? But do you believe in Aaron Gordon in the playoffs? Like, I'm not entirely sold on them, if I'm being honest. But, you know, will they beat the Kings? Probably. Like, if I had to bet right now, I would say they do beat the Kings in a 7-game series. But I don't love the Nuggets. I don't love them. I think they're very beatable for being number 1 seed. Like, I think they're very beatable. We have a problem, not the teams we play. I've run into Trey Lyles, apology forms to fill out for sure. Trey Lyles has been exceptional. He's been very good tonight. What do you have tonight? Trey had what did Trey have tonight? Trey had 16 points, 1 of 4, 4 of 7, 6 boards. That's gonna get the job done. That will get the job done. Trey Lyles has been solid. He has been solid. And the dude is hooping. Make no mistake about it. Yeah, I give flowers to whoever deserves the flowers, man. That's simple. It's truly that simple. So let's watch some of the things that people were saying. Let me see. Sabonis.
Double of the season, your second in a row. How are you all able to continue this rate of success?
You know, all the guys come in and work hard. You know, they work hard on their game. You know, and my job is to get them open, and just finish. You know, and we've been a great year. We've been great all year, being consistent.
Fourth quarter, especially in the clutch, you all had the #1 offensive rating. We saw some examples of that tonight. Why is that possible?
I mean, it's pretty easy. We just give the ball to Fox, you know. I take it out of bounds. I'm not even past half court, and he's already getting a layup or a dunk. So, you know, props to him. You know, he's been amazing for us all year, you know.
What has Coach Mike Brown taught you all that you've been able to sustain this and continue to progress?
You know, he's always saying, we just got to.
Real quick, man. De'Aaron Fox is a superstar. I mean, that dude has arrived. He has shown it all season long. That dude is special. But yes. Give him the ball and get the hell out of the way.
Staying, you know, it's hard to be third. When we were early in the season, we stayed third, maintained it. The teams are coming after us, and we got to be professional about it, you know, and have the right fear going against teams to keep getting wins.
Thank you for being so professional. I think I probably kept you from lighting the beam, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, all good. That's Kev. Kev's the beam guy. So
that's awesome. Sabonis is a class act. He is a class act.
Triple-double. Hold off the Knicks. 122, 117. Sabonis with a triple-double. First of a 4-game road trip for the Knicks.
Wow. Obviously, we saw that. Let's see if they uploaded these highlights yet. Oh, here we go. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Let's check out some of these Josh Hart rebounds, man. Let's check out some of these offensive rebounds, okay? This is going to be super fun. This is going to be super fun to see what the hell happened. Let me see. My boy Vince is on. What's up, big dog? Big game, big win. Horrible rerunning, terrible third quarter. Facts, bro. Facts. Let's light the beam here. Not that one. Screen share. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Where was the first miscue on this one? This is already late first quarter when Josh came into the game. Okay. First of all, let me see. I think Davion cheats a lot. He's out of position because he thinks he's really good defender. He's amazing. But sometimes we don't need him to hard hedge all the time because that's how Brunson and other guys got wide open shots. Like, I get it, you ran at him, but the shot was already gone, bro. That's just lazy, right? That's a bad shot. Like, it's a bad miss, sorry. And Josh Hart was just a dude that was in the right spot, right time, right? But with that said, Sabonis Sabonis got to grab that, right? Sabonis got to grab that. But that's the first offensive rebound. Okay. I mean, you gotta stay up a little bit harder. But Terrence Davis is ball watching this. Okay. I think the scouting report should tell you what Josh Hart does. This isn't the first time Josh Hart has a great rebounding game. Like, he's been doing this his entire career, right? So this should be on the scouting report. Like, put a body on Josh Hart. Look where he's at, bro. He just has a knack for the ball. He just knows where the ball is at, period. Like, the guy's just super good at this. Did he get a second one? No, he doesn't. Like, he just knows what he does. He knows what he does well. Oh, this is just unacceptable. This is at the free throw line, okay? Like this can't happen. Like, Trey Lyles, like, put a damn body on him. Like, he's just softly. Obviously, Metsu has issues here, right? Like, Metsu already got beat. Hartenstein. And he's just faster to the ball. He's just faster to the ball, man. It's truly that simple, bro. Like Trey Lyles at this point, obviously, it's Metsu's at fault here too. Like, he needs to do a better job of sealing him. And then Trey Lyles at this point, he already lost containment, and at this point, you're in Josh Hart's world. That's just what he does. Get this fourth one here. Okay. Josh for three. Oh, he didn't shoot it. Okay. Okay, like Fox. Again. Like, he just gets it's just so, he's just a magnet. He really is. See number 5. Out hustling you, like, that is, like, Metu at this point, he's underneath the basket. He doesn't have position. Obviously, a guy like Hartenstein is going to tap it out, right? And he does. Like Metu's mad, but I don't know what he's mad about. Like, bro, you have one job. It's to box him out. And he's mad about it. It's like, what are you mad about, bro? Like, just do your job. And now Metu got lucky. Once again, like, why is Metu mad? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's not how you box out, Metu. Actually box him out. Like, take him out of the play, man.
No, I'm not kidding. Like, he was pissed.
Like, it's crazy.
Well, they had 23 offensive rebounds.
So,
I cut out a clip, and where he calls out Fox and Sabonis. Would you do me a favor or just send that clip? I'll just send it to you.
So,
dude, thank you so much, Matt. How long is it?
It's a minute 17, so you can.
Oh, I'll cut it out. Yeah. Thank you, Matt. That's a huge help for me.
I'm literally playing basically his whole press conference on the pod. Like, it was that good. Like, everything he says is like, we won, which is great, but this is fucking terrible. This is not good.
Well, they can't do this in the playoffs.
That's exactly what
You know.
he called out everything.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, Josh Hart had like 10 offensive rebounds just by himself.
let me see.
It's not lucky. Like, if we're being
Again.
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty
Right.
game, but I know.
Look, Kings got lucky
Just-
in the sense that, like,
Now,
Just
the
to
Knicks were
hear.
missing a lot of shots, too.
I was kind of eavesdropping on what Mike had said, but we'll look for what Mike has said right now.
it's already too many, right?
Like,
They went 7 of 19 on second chance.
you gotta just put a body on him, bro.
So much worse. It
Like,
should
you just do.
They
Let me
couldn't
see the other
hit
one.
anything.
7.
Yeah, Kings kind of got lucky. Thanks for getting that TNT crew thing too. Good
I
shot
mean,
on that because I'm
look.
talking about that in
Yeah.
the thing.
I mean,
Did you get a
he
shot of the slow
he's just out hustling everybody, bro.
at the start of the fourth quarter?
He's just
Oh,
out
with him going
hustling
I don't know if you won, but I
everybody.
thought it was a cool shot.
Oh, you did
Like
get
it's
it?
crazy.
It's on your feet. And
Oh, when he
Josh
stands
Hart is
on
perfect
his-
on any
yeah.
team.
slowly zoom down
Yes,
just to show the
he would be
crowd.
perfect on the Kings.
Might be good just to have his pad or something.
What's up, Lobo? Hey, Leo. How's it
I'll
going?
take
Great win tonight. Any updates on Fox's hamstring? He was holding in the fourth quarter. Nothing as of yet. We haven't got no PR advisory from anybody, so we're going to check and see what Mike Brown has to say in a little bit. It's just crazy. Like, this dude just grabs everything. Wow. He truly grabs everything, bro. Josh Hart is just a menace. I want to see what De'Aaron Fox did too, though. See what De'Aaron Fox did in the fourth, and just see the way he scores the ball. Let's see, his 9 made field goals.
And Utah.
I want to see fourth quarter. And this dude. Let's just see the king of the fourth quarter real fast. Right.
Sweetness. Thank you, brother.
De'Aaron Fox, just give the ball to this man right here. Here he comes. He seals him. He creates space for himself. Too much space. Mid-range king there, man. Great shot by D Fox. He is cooking at this point. Like, he knows it's his time to shine, right? Like, he knows it's time. Here goes again. Full speed from left to right. Sidestep. Euro. He sees nothing there. Good defense by the Knicks. He gives it back to Sabonis. Kicks it out. Sorry. Now he gives it back to Fox. Right. At this point, no hesitation. Big time three-pointer. Timely three-pointer with 8 minutes left. Kings really needed that at that point. Right. This was crazy right here. Here you go. Fox rejects the screen and just beats him. His first step is just so explosive. He beats Josh Hart off the dribble, and he does that. Like, that's a superstar, y'all. This is not what all stars do. Some might, but this dude is a legit superstar. He's special. He is special. Here we go again. They're up 5 at this point. And just look at that speed, bro. It's just incredible. And this is Josh Hart, a very good defender. He has been going backwards, in and out dribble, from left to right once again, right? And he just elevates. Great defense there at the rim by Quickly. He's just too much. He's just too much. 31 seconds left. Here comes Foxy. Oh my God. I mean, you talk about just blown by somebody with an in and out. This time from right to left. Why does this work? Simple. Because he's been going from left to right. So even though he wants to get to a strong hand, which is his left, he sets it up beautifully with the in and out with his right, crosses back to a strong side. At this point, you're at his mercy. It's over. Like, that was the end one. They didn't call it. Hartenstein, very good player, but you're out of position. Why? Because you also got sold on him going right. Comes back to his left. I mean, there's 2 dudes waiting for him. It doesn't matter. This dude is just special. That's just what Fox does, bro. It's just what he does. I mean, this dude is special. Let's find out what Mike Brown had to say. Let me see. See what Mike Brown is doing. See if they uploaded anything. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. So we did hear what Sabonis says. I want to hear what you guys have to say, though. I want to hear what y'all have to say. Let's find out. Oh, here we go. I'll put the link in the bio. I want to hear you guys real fast. Click that link right there. And let's see what happens. Let's go back to this real fast. We should hire Carl Landry to coach the Bucks now. I mean, that dude can box out. That dude can box out. Make sure you guys click that link right there to join the live conversation. I would love to talk to you guys and see what you guys have to say. If it's El Lobo.
SJSU San Jose State.
San Jose State.
SJSU San Jose State whooped up Nevada Reno.
Oh,
this man right here talked all kind of trash to me last game about how we were going to get beat by Nevada Reno.
Nevada. Y'all let me
and
down.
Now they're not going to NCAA tournament because San Jose State beat them. Amari Moore, future Sacramento King. He gonna have to root for him.
Future Sacramento King player, Mountain West player, Mountain West player of the year.
Maybe next season we'll get y'all in football too.
They might get us in football, but I'm disappointed, man. Shout out to Mark Spears, man. Oh man, I'm gonna hear for the next month or so. But tomorrow they'll probably get eliminated. They'll get eliminated tomorrow, and he will be in my misery as well. Great game. Went to overtime today. The Wolfpack. They choked, let's be honest, 4-5 matchup. Mr. Lucas was not enough today. They didn't get a bucket till like the last minute and a half in overtime. Just a complete collapse. But, shout out to San Jose State. Again, not known for their basketball program, but nonetheless, you got to give them credit. In a neutral site, they beat the Wolfpack today. I was talking a lot of shit to Mark the other day in preparation for this game, but it is what it is, man. And he got the last smile. I'm gonna be smiling tomorrow because when I see him again on Saturday, I'm gonna be like, y'all lost. Like they're not gonna advance in this tournament. Like they're not gonna win the Mountain West tournament. I don't want his hopes to be high. San Jose State sucks. I'm sorry if y'all went San Jose State. But I'm just stating facts. It's not the program that Nevada is. I mean, we had a good season this year. But outside of Reno, it just felt like they just weren't very good. They beat San Diego State when they were ranked. I think they're still ranked. I mean, they had a good season. It's not with, a few years ago when we had Muscle Man. We had the twins, the Martin twins, Jordan Caroline, and we made it to the Elite Eight. Like, it's not that type of team, but it was a good season. Let's just leave it at that. It was a good season. But, yes, that was the great Mark Spears there. Again, if you guys want to join the conversation, I just put the link in the bio. Kings are Paul George, Chris Middleton away from being finals contenders, no doubt. I mean, that's the type of player that they need. That type of a wing to make that type of an impact offensively and defensively. And they're right there, man. They're right there. Like, they're not far off. Or it's going to take an incredible development summer from Keegan to be that type of a dude. You never want to put, your hope for that to happen. But, Keegan is improving. I wouldn't bet for him to get to that level next year. But that's one option. That's like a very Hail Mary hopeful one. But, that's definitely what the Kings are considering. If all things go well this summer, they'll probably want to re-sign Harrison Barnes, but Josh Hart will probably be available. You got a ton of you got Vanderbilt that will be available, depending on what happens with the Lakers, if they make the playoffs or not. I mean, they're playing well as well right now. We'll see what happens there. But yes, like those types of players. Oh, my hand is holding this microphone actually hurts. But yes, one of those types of players, man. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time if they do land one of those types of players. Those types of players looking at the Kings like, man, I could be with the missing piece. Honestly, if I'm one of those types of players, like that type of player, I could be thinking like, man, I'm a missing piece to a championship. You know, Fox is special. Sabonis gonna get me involved. He's gonna get me paid. Man, the Kings are in a very good position. They're in a very good position, right? To re-sign Trey Lyles. Depends for what, man. Depends for what. If I get one of the McDaniels, I'd rather do that. If I get one of the Martin twins, I'd rather do that. I'm being honest. But yeah, it depends. It depends on the price. It truly does. Let me see if they got their stuff yet. Nope. They have not uploaded that yet. Look at my hand. It's like it's swollen. Like, I know my ankle's swollen right now. I'm treading water for sure. It's in pain. Like the painkillers definitely are not working. Definitely swollen. But just wanted to see what Mike Brown had to say and what time the Kings are gonna upload. They're so slow. Like, I would have had that uploaded already, bro. Y'all know that too. I've done it for years. It's hard to do it with one person now. They don't let my two people, or else I would have had that up there myself already. Let's see. But yes, I just hope that Mike Brown plays Rashawn Holmes, even Alex. Honestly, man, I'm at the point where I can't see. I can't see the value in playing Metu. Defensively, when the game slows down, those 6 to 8 minutes, he's gonna kill you. Teams are gonna go on runs, and he's just not a center. I just hate to say it. Like, and I like Metu a lot, but he's a powerful. He's a stretch four who can't really stretch the floor with his shot because it just doesn't go in. Mechanics look good, but man, like, he's just a stretch four. Like, that's what he is. He's not a 5. You are what you guard, so he can't guard a 5, so I can't make him a 5. Like, that can't make him a 5, can it? So, you know, that's part of the issue that I see with Metu, but I just hope he goes back and he's like, man, I cannot continue to have Shemezi kill me on the boards, man. Like, in those 7 minutes, the Knicks made their run, and teams know this, though. Like, teams know this on the scouting report. Make no mistake about it. Like, they know this. They know this going in. Like, it's not a secret, right? Here we go.
It's a good win. Our guys found a way to get the win, but we were not good. I was extremely disappointed in our inability to box out, let alone rebound. Josh Hart just kicked our ass. He kicked our ass.
Yes, he did.
Nobody put a body on him the entire night. I thought their physicality was great because it made us go one-on-one quite a bit throughout the course of the game and made us take difficult shots. I thought we didn't get a chance to get out in transition, because we couldn't come up with the rebound to get out to run and put pressure on them, so they had us playing a slow walking
Paul
up.
George.
paced game.
Kawhi is better, but he's never healthy.
And they were the ones that got out in transition. They outscored us 17 or shit, excuse my friend, but 23-7. I mean, you could tell I'm a little frustrated. It's a great win. You take wins at this time of the year, but that's not how we need to. That's not how we should be playing basketball. What you guys saw tonight. I am not happy with our performance at all, except for the fact that we got the win. Somehow, some way, we have to be better throughout the course of the ball game. I'm going to put pressure on Domas and Foxy. They have to hold themselves to an elite level on every possession, but just as importantly, they got to open their mouths and hold their teammates to a high standard, because that ain't going to fly. Give the Knicks a lot of credit. Good ball club. Tibbs done a heck of a job with them. They're physical. They try to play the game the right way. You feel them throughout the course of the game. We're taking this win, but we got to be better. And it starts with Domas and Foxy. They got to open their mouths, and they got to challenge their teammates to perform each possession at an elite level. But they have to do it themselves on both ends of the floor.
Have you felt this way after a win before this season, or is this kind of a one-off?
23 offensive rebounds. Again, you're happy for the win, but that does not sit well with me at all.
Do you feel that they're receptive to it, especially coming off of a win, emotions of a win, and then to hear a message like that? Do you feel the team is receptive to a message like that?
I hope so, because if we don't fix that, we're going to get our behinds kicked come playoff time. That's when the big boys show up.
Coach, I think you guys were up 4, and De'Aaron was at the free throw line, and fans were already screaming, light the beam, and I saw you sort of just like, when do you feel comfortable for fans to start chanting, light the beam?
Definitely not when our players shooting a free throw. I mean, I love our fans, but we yelling light the beam when a player's shooting a free throw. You're supposed to do that right when they shooting a free throw, not when we shooting a free throw. So, I don't want. It's hard because I don't want to temper the fans' excitement. They definitely pay, their hard-earned money to come to the game and do it. But let the guys shoot free throws first. I mean, you saw we almost didn't light the beam tonight, and we're yelling light the beam when guys are shooting free throws too early. I mean, for me, obviously, I don't like that. But again, our fans, they deserve whatever they got coming to them. So it's hard for me to really get on them, and we should step up and make free throws. But let's just try to do it when they're not shooting a free throw.
What have you seen, or what separated Fox in fourth quarters this season offensively when you guys just need a bucket in isolation?
Fox has the ability, and I didn't know this before coming in. I knew he had a chance to be a great player. Fox's ability as a two-way player can make him freaking elite, like elite. He doesn't quite know it yet, though. And he has a switch that he can turn on.
It's crazy, bro. That switch is crazy.
And he usually turns it on in the fourth quarter when we need him to on both ends of the floor. Somehow, some way, I got to get him to turn it on for a little closer to the 34, 33, whatever minutes he's playing, instead of just waiting for the fourth quarter, because he's more than capable. I've been around a lot of great / elite players, and I'm a little hesitant to say this because I haven't been with him long enough, but I haven't seen him do it in the playoffs yet, but he may be capable of being on that level. But the great ones, the elite ones, they do it all the time. And that doesn't mean go score all the time. That means be in tune with what your assignment, your job is. Sit down and guard, push the pace, lead your team, all the little things that may not add up in the stat sheet from beginning to end to set the tone, especially at the beginning. So he is a special player, and the stuff he does in the fourth quarter doesn't surprise me at all. Right. Not at this point. I just need him to get to a point where he's doing it for most of the game. But the sky is the limit for that man. I'm telling you, the sky's the limit for him.
Coaches
and it's going to be whether or not he wants to reach it.
First quarter.
Coach Brown, I just want to get your thoughts on the way the Kings came out in the third quarter. Of course, Josh Hart was in the mix in a lot of things with the offensive rebound. I think he led his team with 8 rebounds, offensive rebounds, excuse me. But Kings just seemed a little flat coming in, that third quarter.
I don't know if we were flat in the third. We were flat the whole game when it came to trying to keep guys off the glass. I mean, Mitchell Robinson kicked their behind in the first half. We didn't gain rebound. We didn't put a second body on them. The kid Hartenstein, the man Hartenstein, he kicked their behind. Josh Hart kicked them out. I mean, they had their way on the glass tonight. And giving up 23 offensive rebounds, sometimes you say, hey, that happens, but not 23 offensive rebounds.
Right.
That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
And we got to do a better job with it. And every man in that locker room should feel like going into Phoenix, I don't care what the score is at the end of the game, let's hit somebody and keep them off the glass.
Yeah, Mike, you guys got killed on the glass by 18, but defensively you actually played pretty well. I mean, what was your takeaway from that? I know to end the possession you got to get the rebound, but you gave up 17 more shots than you guys took, and you still came away with the win.
It's all tied in. I mean, they missed some shots too. Because when they got offensive rebounds and they sprayed that ball, they had a couple of wide open looks that could have easily gone in, and this game could have easily gone the other direction. So it all ties in. One of our staples defensively is multiple effort, to contest, to finish, and we did not finish tonight.
Like you're harping on or talking about Fox and needing to do it from the start to the finish of the game. I mean, is that idea something that you think about from a season-long perspective beyond just tonight? Is that something that you would hope the team would figure out, particularly given that the fourth quarter numbers are what they are?
Yeah, when I speak on Fox, I'm talking about the level he can get to. He's already a great player. He's done things to help us win in the fourth quarter. But he's got a chance to be elite. I'm telling you, I've been around him. And that competitive, for those guys, the competitive spirit shows all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it shows at an elite level all the time. He's good enough to go out there and play and still be impactful and effective. But it's my job to try to push him to be as great as he can be. And he's not even really scratching the surface of how great he can be. He's heading in the right direction.
Shit, he's not scratching the surface. That's crazy.
But he's still got a ways to go. And when he does, look out. Look out. That's all I can say.
Mike, to that point, De'Aaron just sat up there and made a comment about how you have the ability to make guys feel like they might even be better than they are. Coaching-wise, I think that's the kind of thing you'd like to hear. I'm also thinking that the message you sent tonight after a win, like you don't send this message publicly if you don't have confidence that you have their ear. What does it mean to you that this late in this season, your first one in town here, that you have opened up that communication channel and their trust and all the things that you need for those messages to get through?
One of the things, Sammy, is in order for any group to have success, the group has to be connected from top to bottom.
100%.
And part of that connection means that there's a level of trust that you've attained with everybody in the group. Not just me with Fox or Fox with Luke, or it's everybody. And I know that we have to be able to speak freely, look each other in the eye and speak freely to one another in order for us to go where we need to get to. And so for me, being around this group, it means a lot that again, not just that I have their ear, but they have my ear and everybody else. It means a lot for us at this point in time because going into playoffs, we're going to hit some adversity.
Oh, yeah.
And we can't sulk or be pissed from within. Right. It's just like a family. If your brother is doing something he ain't supposed to do, you got to be able to look him in the eye and you got to be able to say, hey, you can be better. We need you to be better.
Amen.
And he's got to be able to accept that as it's coming from real love because that cat right there does want me to be better. Having that's going to be really important going into the playoffs. And that's what I spoke on earlier. It can't just come from me.
This is probably the best press conference.
It's got to start coming from Foxy and Domas, too. If we're not performing up to our level, they got to figure out how they could tell their teammates, we aren't doing our job. We can be better. And the teammates got to respond. Now, having said that, they got to make sure they're doing their job. I think Foxy had 1 rebound at halftime. And so it's going to be hard for him to go in that huddle and tell Cass to box out if he got 1 rebound. You see what I'm saying?
Mike, it seems like in the modern NBA, 15, 20-point leads just aren't what they used to be. They disappear really, really quickly. Are they disappearing still quicker than they should be, or is this just with the offense and the three-point shooting what the league is now?
I think it is what the league is, right now. The three-point shooting is off the charts. The skill level's off the charts. The way teams space is off the charts. Most teams seem to be playing fast. And so a 15-point lead can go away like that. And that's why you can't help them. That's why all the little things have to matter. They got to matter. Like, you got to take that crap personally. You got to want to go hit somebody. That's got to mean something to you because it can go away like that. And that's what I was most disappointed in tonight is there was no sense of urgency when there needed to be that. And we got to change that because we cannot go into the playoffs playing playing the way we did when it comes to physicality.
Wow. Great stuff there by Mike Brown. I guess the biggest takeaways for me is obviously Fox, right? For Mike, it's reaching that new height, that elite. And when I think about elite players, maybe count 10 of them in the league. Obviously, Fox is not there yet, and I am guilty of using the term superstar loosely, as millions of fans do. They just use that term superstar like to everybody. And obviously, the title of the show is "A Superstar Was Born." Is Fox a top 10 player? No, he hasn't done it in the playoffs. Like, he needs to do it consistently for a few years in the playoffs. This year, he's going to get a chance to do it. I just feel like his game, his skill set is suited for the playoffs. Mid-range king. He can get a shot whenever he wants. He's built to play in the playoffs. That's why I believe, I've always said for 3 years now that I had hopes of him being a top 10 player one day. I think the skill set now with the mentality and the stability and the accountability, it's all coming together. Obviously the first year, but if he can show this level of greatness in the fourth quarter in the playoffs, and his teammates can help him by, doing the little things, as Mike says, no reason to believe that he can't be a top 10 player in the NBA. I mean, he's that skilled. So we'll see what happens there. acting going crazy right now. Is there an after game show or what? There was a ton of people at the midcourt line. For sure. Forever. I mean, it was super annoying. Kings are too small. Fox has been the top 3-point guard since the All-Star break for this stretch. Yeah, he has. He's been special. He's been very special. No complaints about his game. I mean, he's done it in crunch time on both ends. You know, Mike just said it. In the fourth quarter, he is performing at a super high level, which you love to see your best player do it. I mean, earlier when Vince and I talked about who's the best player on the team, I'm like, it has to be Fox. Like, if it's Domas, it would be good. But if Fox is your best player and he's performing at that level, your team can reach new heights, and that's what we're seeing right now, right? Even Sabonis always acknowledges, like, just get out the way and give the ball to Fox. Like, that's what great, like, elite players do. Domas is a great player, but to me, Domas will always be a 2 or 3. Fox has the capabilities of being a true number 1 in this league, and we can't say that for everybody in the league. Like, Fox is a truly special and unique player, and hopefully he continues to progress and continue to put it all together, right? That's what we want to see. We want to see him do it, put it together in the playoffs. I mean, that's where he's going to be judged ultimately. That's where he's going to be judged, man. Like, that's where he's going to make his money worth, 100%. Kings fan snake. I mean, it's the truth. It's the truth, man. But what an amazing press conference. Again, best press conference of the season, in my opinion. It was really good. It was really. Mike Brown's finest. He's pissed. He's upset about the whole thing. Besides the fact that they won the game, I mean, they could have easily lost the game. Like, if some of those threes go the other way, we could be looking at a loss. And when you're up 21 points and you give up a lead like that, the way you did, you know, with Josh Hart and the gang beating you to the ball. Like, if your principles is to have second, third efforts, it definitely wasn't there today. It just wasn't. We just broke down the film and we saw what Josh Hart did. He just attacked the basketball. He was first to the basketball. You cannot allow that to happen. You cannot allow that to happen. Do you feel we still can't get Lopez? You've been a fan, but you still feel like we still can't get Lopez? You've been not a fan, but man, what if though we can get him or his bro play that Dennis Rodman homie? Are you referring to Robin? Is Robin available? I didn't even know Robin was available. At this point, yes, I'd rather watch Alex Len play than Metu. And I'm not an Alex Len fan, so you know, that's where I stand with Metu playing the 5. Like, it's bad. I don't understand just the fact that Coach Brown is playing him. Like, just he's been, you know, I don't know what's the word, like, you just got to move on. Like, I know you have a good relationship with Metu, but you just got to move on. And he's so stubborn. But it is what it is, man. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. It was fun. It was fun today. The Kings win 122-117. Recaps Sabonis triple-double, 24, 13, and 10. Dude's a beast. Fox, great fourth quarter, 23 and 7. 4 steals, huge steals, timely steals. Great stuff there, man. Keegan Murray showed a lot of good flashes early. It was fun. It was a fun night. It was an epic night. Can't wait to see what the TNT crew had to say. Again, on behalf of the entire CK family, continue to light the beam, get some merch, the shirt, the hats. They should all be down below, man. Thank you guys so much, and on behalf of the entire family, see you guys very, very soon. Peace.